We're back. Okay, party people, how's it going? Ben back at you again with another segment, part 5 of my LFS series of clips here, streams, whatever you want to call them. Hopefully we'll get some people in tonight. I'm not holding my breath on it because it is late for me, and I'm sure many other people are just getting up or whatever in other parts of the world, but we'll see. But some significant improvements have been made since last time. I found why my computers were crashing, and one was because I was running this Hackintosh laptop over USB power. So I got my dad to help me plug in the what do you call it? The hard drive into the computer. We're all good there, so hopefully those will stop. And then I found that I had my CPU under load on the Dell over there. As you see, it's compiling the kernel again. I found that I was only running 4 cores out of my total of 8. So I fixed that on LFS and Gen 2. And I also did some other fixes in I think ThinkPad Wiki and the Ryzen Wiki, so hopefully that won't be a problem anymore when we're compiling stuff. And I also fixed the network stack with Network Manager. I had some FS tab issues, it looked like. And so there have been some hopeful fixes that won't, that will hopefully fix the Wi-Fi issues from earlier. So hopefully we'll be able to log into Wi-Fi and all will be hunky-dory there. So. Oh goodness. But yeah, so hopefully things will pan out from here on out. So that's where we're at. So yeah, lots of fixes have been implemented, lots of this and that. So yeah, other than that, it works. I mean, you know, it's just things are hopefully looking up. So we're good. So let me get the chat room up here in another tab, and I will let me refresh my browser. And I am streaming through Chrome on my macOS Hackintosh Big Sur, and I'm not having any lag at all. So everything seems to be hunky-dory on this computer so far. Let me just mute myself. And I'm not. Yeah. So everything seems to be fine. Just make the window bigger for you. Let's case, let's please. I am not getting on that tonight. Sorry. But anyway, the rest of this tutorial series will probably be done on this laptop through SSH until I can log in an Xorg environment over there on the laptop. So yeah, that's how we're going to go the rest about this. For now, at least. And I know it's late, but if anyone wants to jump in for a bit on the stream, feel free. Let me paste my link. I'll repaste it if anyone wants to jump on. Not expecting a whole lot tonight, but figured why the hell not. So, okay, the LFS kernel is done. I don't know about the Gen 2 one yet, but I'm keeping an eye on it. So, yeah, I just felt I'd do an impromptu stream, and it seems like we have some folks coming in. Hey, Seeker, how you doing, my friend? Seeker, you missed the beginning, but there were some LFS and Gen 2 fixes I had to make to the kernel, the FS tab, things like that. So hopefully we will get a booting system without any issues now. The issues, I'm not going to recap that, but basically Wi-Fi would not connect. There was a lot of run it init system services that would just not load. But earlier we had Silent on, we had Ricky on, we had Esnix, we had a bunch of people on. We even had William Armstrong. So yeah, you missed a hell of a stream, man. So yeah, if you want to see that, go back and watch it. But yeah, I've been doing a lot of this lately, and yeah, I would highly suggest you go back and get caught up because we made some good progress. We got the package manager working. It has no errors right now. But yeah, to recap the beginning for you a little bit, my computer was only seeing 4 cores altogether, and I finally said, okay, I need to fix this, and I found out that I was in the kernel having only 4 cores be produced out of my 8. So yeah, that was a problem I had because I was using my Dell's kernel, and I hadn't modified it fully for my AMD. So I said, okay, whatever. Hey, Farron, how are you doing, brother? Good to see you, my brother. And like I was telling Seeker there, if you want to recap, that's fine. I'll repeat myself a third time, but probably gonna have to do that several times throughout the video. But to put it simply, I had a bunch of kernel mistakes. I'm not going to recap those because I just built the kernel. I don't feel like going through the config right now. But to put it simply, what happened from a few hours ago was I plugged in my new hard drive with the cable, not my new hard drive, but the new cable. Yeah, I'm not going to recap that. Short and simple kernel fixes, FS tab fixes, things like that. So, yeah, so hopefully all our errors from earlier will go away and we'll be good there. So let me fire up my share screen. I'm on macOS Big Sur. Just don't mind that. I know everybody's opinion on that, even mine, but right now it's all I got. So yeah. We are going to screen share and get underway. Oh God, freaking Big Sur security bullshit. Okay. Yeah, this is just one of those things in Big Sur that makes it a pain in the butt sometimes. Freaking privacy. Oh God. All right, so I have to relaunch Discord, you guys. I'll be right. I mean, not Discord. I have to relaunch Chrome, you all. I'll be right back. And to answer you, Seeker, about Big Sur, the biggest thing is that it's a lot of under the hood improvements, a lot of security enhancements, things like that. So I mean, it's really just under the hood back end stuff, and a bunch of redesigns, rethemes. That's it. I mean, it's nothing really major. I mean, it's just like a incremental point release kind of thing. I mean, it was basically stuff they could have done in like a service pack update, build, whatever, but knowing Apple, they had to do a huge ass new under the hood release. So I don't know. It's kind of like what they did when they went from Sierra to High Sierra, slight features in Mojave, slight features in Catalina. Basically, they're just doing like incremental updates these days, I guess. I don't know. But it's just, yeah. I mean, I wish they would bring the old design back as an option in like an update or something. You're right, Farron. But knowing Apple, they're just going to keep making it weirder and weirder. Spooks. Okay. Make turn. F9. Now I'm going to mount. Yeah, I'm just reinstalling the kernel. Hang on, guys. Let's boot. Boot. Slash boot. Venom. Yeah, and I'm sorry you guys can't see what I'm typing, but you know, it's what it is. I'm not gonna. So config. All right, so I'm gonna rm/boot system.old boot. And that is all right. And let me see ls boot. Stevie1 to boot. Now we're gonna cp. Just a sec, I gotta reinstall the name kernel on Gentoo as well. rm/boot vms/boot /boot thing. And we're gonna make install and gkernel. All right, so my kernel should hopefully be decent now, I would think. So it's installing Plymouth. Okay. And let's see. That splash in there. Okay. Fig open. I'm just updating the grub file now, so this will take a few seconds. Okay, that's done. And then make a thing. Grub. Let's hope this. Mount. A1. So now, guys, we basically just reboot this thing and hope it works again. So let's see. LFS Linux. And interestingly, I don't know what this is doing. And HDMI out works. Yeah, we're good. Okay. Right. Yeah, okay. So root. Well, boot definitely mounted as to root. So cd/ls. Let's do nm2. Okay, it doesn't have my networking for some strange reason. Okay, I gotta check my FS tab again. Okay, it seems that doesn't matter. Comment. Oh, I think it's mine. God. Okay. Yes. Okay. Now we'll do T1. Okay. Start. I have to check Network Manager. Sorry, guys. I'm just making sure this actually works. Reboot. Yeah, that was annoying. Ugh. Excuse the hair, please. Okay. Okay, we booted in. Okay. It's mounted in. I think it's right. Put it back to defaults. Reboot this thing. Hang on. Yeah, what I'm trying to do right now, y'all, is SSH in. That's where we're kind of getting lost and stuck. Started, okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, next. Ubuntu. I wonder if EB will show up. I don't know. I don't know why I can't. Wi-Fi. Mount. Dash T. Shardbind. /sys. I'm not really sure why. Okay. Time to check the LFS book, I guess. Think. Answer. Let's try that. And of course, I'm experiencing oh well, that was a minor glitch. Okay, let's check the FS tab in LFS book. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Okay, it's going to be 1-1. That looks right. Okay, swap in. Okay. Where? False. Right. Let's go Linux. I'm just checking the documentation on LFS website about the FS tab. And I don't crazy get why it's not loading. Good. Sorry, guys, I'm just deep in thought. That's why I'm a little bit hushed right now. Okay. What? Right. Yes. Yeah, that looks right. So why is it not? Why? Tab. Right. I don't know. All the IDs work. All right. So I'm going to go to the LFS. Let's see what we have fun. Should be in here somewhere. Okay. Default 01. So they're not saying to you IDs. Okay. You find ours / this firmware. Find ours. Defaults. 1. That. I know it's better to use UIDs, but forget. I'll always go back to it if I have to, but I am sadly not in the mood to keep messing with this the way it is. Okay, I found my Gen 2, so let's. I don't know if that's going to work, messing with that back to dev STA1 and STA2, but we're trying it. Sorry. Yep, it is. Is okay. Let's take it out. As we do. Root. Yeah. Make. Here. Hey, William. Hold on. Welcome to the stream there, William.
I had to take a nap that lasted until a little after 10.
Yeah.
So far, I actually like Linux Mint, but the fact that the Chromium browser is not included, I'm getting used to it.
I understand that. Well,
I
don't really care for Chromium versus normal Chrome or Firefox. That's just me.
Then what browser do you use on a daily basis then?
Chrome, but I'm slowly liking Firefox.
I can easily get used to this because the fact that not every Linux distro is going to ship Chromium or any browser like that with it.
No, they're not. I mean, I don't see it.
It should be up to the user if they want to install it or not.
Yes, you're right.
Obviously, I would rather use Opera as well, as I'm so used to browsers that are not a Presto engine.
Yeah. I'm just reading.
I kind of didn't like the Presto engine to begin with that well.
Okay.
So what are people saying in chats?
We don't have anyone but you and me right now that are actively watching. Yeah. Okay. I'm just trying to get something working Wi-Fi wise. So, you know what? Fuck Network Manager for now. Let's just use. I know Network Manager is really easy, but we're going the other way. Yeah, database supplicant. Fine. We're gonna say stop.
I had me some Zaxby's to eat this evening.
Yeah, I had ravioli with extra cheese.
At least you can eat cheese. I can't.
No problem, Seeker. I'm just trying to get on Wi-Fi right now for the client.
What's Seeker doing?
He's just watching, trying to make sense of this, I guess.
I heard of Linux from scratch, but I can never really get the point of it.
Yeah. Okay, so what? Okay, do a copyright claim on LFS Part 2. It was removed from YouTube.
You got a copyright claim?
Yes, because of a song that I used by accident.
Oops.
Yeah, I was afraid of that.
It gave you a strike?
Yeah, but that was only on one video. Oh.
What are the consequences of that?
Nothing. It's just, I can't use that song or any other rock and roll song in my videos.
I thought it was going to give you a strike one.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how many I'm going to get for using that kind of music, but hopefully nothing too bad. But, it's just a warning that, you can't use that music. So I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I'm not going to mess with it. So I just got to be careful.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, they give you just a warning and then the 3 strikes applies.
Probably, yeah.
Now I figured that the other thing you did stream the other this week. I figured that was going to happen.
Yeah.
My copyright sense light was flashing inside my head pretty brightly.
I understand that. That's why, I'm trying not to do that. Okay. I don't know what is up with this. Okay.
Now, if I was a music producer and I made music, I would just say people can use the music and I didn't have to worry about anything.
Right.
Believe me, I wouldn't really let people claim any. I would let people not really not make claims, nor I would claim anything. I would just let people slide.
Okay, so let me do a thing. Okay, let's just do DHCPC. Okay,
Did your cable come yet?
yes, it's all fine now. Okay, we've got it in there. Yeah, I'm actually talking to you on that machine right now, as a matter of fact. And macOS Big Sur is running perfectly fine on it, as a matter of fact. So all's good.
Oh.
Okay. Trying to out why this is. Hold on. All right. Well, that's good. Okay, the HCP quit on me. SysSV down. So I will /service CP and WPA. I'll end this. Sorry, that was my notifications on my Hackintosh.
What phone do you still use?
My iPhone, and that's what I like.
Oh.
Oh, I didn't do Network Manager up with SV. Oh my god. Should have did that. Okay. Let's restart. Okay, we'll do a thing. Okay, I still don't have Wi-Fi. Let me reboot real quick again. If I could just figure this stupid out, this would be great. Okay. Okay, I'll need an Xcode again. Okay, gotta download. Okay, hang on. I'm going to continue. It's weird.
I consider Snap to be part of a dangerous thing for some distributions.
Yeah, snaps are weird. They
It
have.
tends to have a tendency to overwrite potential packages breaking stuff.
Yes, they can. You're right.
So that's why I'm glad Linux Mint shut down the use of snaps and killed Chromium in it as well.
Yes. Network Manager. Start. Okay, that is really weird. Why do I not? Okay, this is strange. Okay. Let's see. Stop. Down. 2. Ah, damn it. I'm trying to figure out what's up with this. I'm so confused.
Why?
Hold on. Let's restart. Work manager. Now let's have. Okay, I didn't have dbus running. It looks like. I don't know what's going on here. So I have to start it. Big. Okay, I have no idea why I can't get online. This is retarded. Sorry to say, it's just killing me. Makes sense of this crap. I had it once. Fine. Okay, I'm just gonna plug my iPhone in by USB, hook it up to tethering. I am seriously getting tired of waiting around like this. I'm sorry.
So you're going to tether your iPhone?
Yes, because I can't figure out another stupid way to get myself online right now. So
Are you sure your carrier allows doing that?
they do, William. I'm sure about it. Okay.
Is it unlimited tether or unlimited?
It's limited, but I don't really know what else to do. And that's not even working. Oh, my freaking Lord. Okay. Hang on, I got another cable. I would hook into Ethernet, but I don't have that option in here, weirdly. So, time to get a USB cable. My phone, I would use USB Wi-Fi, but I am not about to go down that road. Okay. Hold on. I wish Ricky was online with us, but well.
Oh.
Okay. Let's see the reason it's too long. Okay, I'm going to show this for everybody. Okay, LSB. Oh, crap. All right, I'm just going to leave with this shit. I'm probably going to have to reach out to freaking devs again. Okay. I mean, if I have to, I'll just re-Sherwood. I mean, it's no big deal, but I'd rather not have to do that. Realistic. Let's do FS. Control B. Dev TT line 1. Okay. Root. Ooh. Okay, now. Block, I guess. Oh! Shit. I think I found the problem, William.
What is it?
I had the hard drives mounted wrong in my FS tab.
Oops.
Yeah, that's not. Okay. Install. Let's see. Mount. Let's see. One to boot. This boot. Yeah. CP/wire. Okay, let's just see the. I'm just gonna do a make install in the kernel. I don't care. Hey, Lamer, finally you show up. How you doing, buddy? If you want to jump in the StreamYard chat, you're more than welcome. You don't got to, but here's the link anyway. And Lamer, we have finally a somewhat working LFS boot, but since you were last on with us, the thing is we're just sorting out Wi-Fi right now. Make install, and then we're just going to do that first. And I'm not playing music on my stream at the moment, Lamer, unless it's in headphones, because I am not wanting to get a copyright strike.
That was kind of an ouch this week.
Yes, it was, and I should have known better, but I didn't want to take my chances, and I did. It's pure mistake. I made a very common mistake. And we're gonna grab CP stuff. Crap. Then I gotta edit my defaults file. Oh. Okay, grub install dev. Now, that's gonna be 1, 2. All right. So, I'll carry it over, but should. It's okay, dude. We'll probably still be here in an hour. So, feel free to jump on if you can when you get home. So,
Well, the only thing I realize I'm having a problem with Linux right now is that it messes with the system's time and date in the BIOS only, causing Windows to get upset.
well, hey, William, I mean, certain things happen, dude. I can understand that. I mean,
I found a way around it. Just go to the BIOS and change the system time and date before you get into Windows, and you're all set.
exactly. All right, so I'm rebooting with the updated FS tab. Let's see if this shit works. If not, I don't know what the heck's wrong. I don't know if I did this wrong yet again, but we're about to find out. Ugh. So let me turn this camera for you. Okay, the drive light is going crazy. I don't know what I'm wrong, potentially. I think I might have did something wrong again. LFS is insanely Linux for status. Trying to figure this shit out. Just like, not what it's supposed to be loading anyway. I did yeah, I'd recommend that thing too. Wait, it's supposed to be slash dev. No. Oh. Hmm. Oops. Okay, advanced options. Okay, let's just boot. I have to set it back to SDA, it looks like. So, 3, and I change the root. And yeah, that's not supposed to be that. Yeah, that's why I don't using Grub's pre-made tools, because it is what I know, but it's always screwing something up. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna have to just boot back into Gen 2. It's retarded. I hope I didn't overwrite Gen 2 bootloader. Oh, and thank God I did not. Oh, killed me. Okay, I have to change my FS tab back. It looks like it all FS. Okay. Did I not do that? All right, Gen 2. Boot. At least I have this. Oops. This isn't even loading this stupid kernel. Looks like we have a Gen 2 host problem now. Boy. Okay, that's not right. That's not supposed to happen. Okay. I'm just gonna boot up Venom Linux Vanilla and fix it that way. It's fine, Esnix. Oh yeah, Esnix, there's a StreamYard link if you want to jump on. I know it's late, but here you go. I'll jump in for a little bit. That's perfectly fine. Hey, Esnix, it's okay. You were trying to help. I understand. It's not your fault. It's okay. You know, I'm not that good at LFS as I claim to be. So, you know, I'm good at it, but not in this circumstance with a package manager. I mean, you know, I'm really trying, and it's just, you know, I'm doing what I can, man. And here he is. Okay. Hey, Esnix.
Howdy. I feel so bad. I mentioned one time about UUIDs, and you seem to be spending the rest of the day dealing with FS tab.
Hey, you know, the problem is here is the fact that, you know, when it reboots from Gen 2 into LFS and back and forth, the FS tab keeps changing its location, and I don't know what the heck's going on. And then everything just goes kablooey both sides.
Aye.
So yeah, I don't know what that could be.
You're having to do this all, what, with booting into a chi root?
Yes, so
Yeah.
basically I've booted into Venom itself and not my LFS off a USB stick, and I'm having to cheroot into both systems to fix them. So it's like, oh, what a cluster crap. Yeah, so that's basically where I'm at, and I gotta put up display mirroring.
Wow.
Yeah, now I apologize for the sort of fisheye prompt here in a bad angle, but it's just what it is. I can't really do shit about it. I wish I could, but all right. So, and it won't even let me mirror the dang display. Stupid. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make this the primary display. This needs to go like that. Okay.
Hey, William, how you doing?
Fine.
Good.
Okay, there we go. Now I got display freaking mirroring. So that's off. Now I gotta Venom. They officially say LFS distros are for CS. Okay.
You know, one thing I noticed when I was playing around with Nutix last time I did,
Yes.
you know, it defaults to using partition label, you know, the device names.
Yeah,
And maybe there's a reason LFS does that, you know, LFS system.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn the external display on and then the laptop display off. There we go. Now you should see my, if I turn my laptop around, now you see the other one. Okay. And again, it's kind of a poor quality, but now it's my monitor. So, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, my
So I've got,
2-year-old eyes aren't going to make out anything at that distance.
yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's fine.
Yeah, I'm just basically, if I could, actually, I got an idea. I guess I could. What I could do is just SSH in there if I had to. But, oh yeah, I have a data partition. What am I doing? Okay. And I do have, let's see, I have my USB Wi-Fi device. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud. It helps me think. Oh, where the heck is that? It's not there. Oh yeah, I gotta mount my Gen 2 partition to get it. Okay, that's probably a good idea anyway. Sudo mount dev. Let me just do an ls log first. Okay, yeah. it says my Gentoo is SDB and my LFS is SDA. But for some reason, those keep getting flip-flopped when I reboot to LFS from Gentoo. So I'm like, okay, I need a more permanent way to store these things. And that's why I liked your idea about the UID device. And I'm like, okay, this is just getting weird, you know?
Is that your BIOS doing that?
I don't know. I just know that whenever I reset, the FS tab doesn't hold. Yeah, because Gentoo should not be doing that.
Yeah, no distribution should be doing that, but
right. But again, this is one I've made myself, so let's see. Because if it doesn't stick inside a USB stick, there is something wrong. And hey, Seeker, let's sudo dash. Okay, so and these guys are using an older kernel than what I'm using on my distro, which is they're using 5.4.28, which that's fine. Let me do cat tab. And I have a blank FS tab inside their distro. Okay, that's a bit far-fetched. But anyway, I'm going to export the LFS variable. I'm going to deal with one partition. Oh, God, someone's calling me at the worst time. I'll be off mic for just a
go get it.
I told him I'd call him back after the show. I didn't want to take up his time on here anyway, so let me see. Okay, so I found out why my cores were acting funny. I only had it set to 4 instead of 8 inside the kernel. So that was kind of weird.
That's an issue, sure.
Yeah. Anyway, so and I also have I have to deal with the problem with the problem of the FS tab. So let me mount vector LFS. I have to change this. Make dir dash pv2. So first, I'm not going to mount both at once because that might screw up some things. So dev sd s, and now we can. Oh, he has Vim on here instead of Nano. Oh God. VI. I'm just gonna have to fumble my way through Vim. Oh God. And that's the way wrong file. See, this is why I don't like Vim. I just can't stand it.
I don't know Vim, and the little I have had to use it, I don't like it. So
right. Well, it's all he's got in this live CD. So, I mean, I could install Nano, but I don't want to get on my Wi-Fi just to
no. So what is it? :Q for quit and
yeah, that's what I'm using.
:W for write, I think.
Yes, it is. You have to put an exclamation point on it.
So. Oh, exclamation point. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I changed it back to SDA.
That's about all I know.
Yeah. So SDA 1, 3, and 2. Well, 2 is my data partition. SDA 3 is my root, and SDA 1 is the boot. So that's how I've got it set up. And let's see. Now the trick will be, I might just go back to using UIDs because that would probably make it more persistent. But for now, I just want to have a booting system. That's all.
Yeah, just get it working.
Yeah, I can worry about that later. So we'll WQ. Now, boy, I have to root into it. Oh, I gotta pull up the LFS documentation on my cell phone. It's gonna be a pain to read, but and I have to hand type it too. But
very interesting.
Yeah. What, Wayne? Let me go to the Linux from scratch page. Yeah. Gotta read it off a freaking iPhone tiny ass screen.
Better you than me.
Yeah. And I have to hand type the code too. Okay, so I gotta pinch to zoom in. Okay, hold on. All right, let's go to prepare virtual file systems. Okay. All right, mount V. Oh, be glad you don't do this kind of crap as next.
No, I don't. You
It-
couldn't get me near LFS if you tried. So
Yeah, I actually have a grub boot picture on it too. Yeah, and if you still want, you can test this distro when it's made because yes, it'll come with a graphical boot up and a package manager, so you don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
well, I don't mind command line package management. That's fine by
Yeah.
me. So
Yeah, but I don't know how to get a graphical package manager on here. You can just use this.
oh, you mean a package manager to begin with, not compile everything from
Right, exactly.
Okay.
It comes with Scratch package from Venom Linux, so you don't have to worry about building stuff yourself.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah. So if you don't mind doing a little video about this, that would help me out a lot. Just get some publicity and all that.
Well, definitely. Sure. Whenever you say go.
Yeah, I will, man. Dash T the PTS the PTS the PTS. Oh. Okay. I tell you, after all this work, I would like to see somebody make some videos about this thing, other than just me. Okay, that's mounted. So you can tell I put a lot of time and effort in this, huh? I just gotta. I'm telling you, if you make one wrong move, you can easily break the thing.
I almost call it a minefield.
Yes, William. That's kind of what it is. It's like a death trap for Linux. What? LFS run. Dang it, almost typed that wrong. Okay, now the super long command, shrooting. Okay, this is where it gets a little hasty. I gotta go back all the way up to the top. Gotta go way down. This is why I don't like using my phone for this because it really gets screwy. Alright, anyway, shroot. LFS. You can tell I know what I'm doing with this, huh? That's next.
You certainly seem like you know what you're doing.
Yes, and that's why. And I tell you, when I was in high school, I was typing like a freaking madman versus when I was in middle school. But now I've just gotten so quick at it, it's not even.
I goofed off the whole time in typing class in high school, so
It's,
lucky if I can use two fingers productively on a keyboard.
yeah, I've seen some of your videos. I'm like, man, he's typing slow. I'm like,
I think slow, I move slow, I type slow. You know,
it's parallels of anything. I don't know. That's not to be rude, though.
no, that's fine. People used to leave comments like that in my videos.
But we all have our quirks.
Yeah, last comment I got like that was, I had to use 1.5 time just to get through your video. It's like, well, thanks. Glad you made it.
Yeah. I mean, at least you're showing people how to do certain things. But, it's out of our goodness of our hearts that we teach people, certain stuff. And they just, if they want help, they have to go with it.
Yeah, YouTube and what I do allows me to be a teacher at my own pace. Exactly.
And that's how I do it. I'm not the best, but I try and show people certain examples of things, and They either take it with a grain of salt or they don't do it at all. And, you know, this kind of thing I would not recommend for a newbie user. I just would not. This kind of video, you would not want a newbie to follow at all. Because this kind of tutorial series is very convoluted, very pieced together. And all right, we're in the shear root, finally. All right, so we're gonna do grub. Oh yeah, I got a mountain. Root. Okay. Am I sounding like I'm underwater or something?
No, I thought that was William.
Oh, sorry.
I'm still gaming right now.
Ah, okay.
Okay, so I have to put grub on SDA. Okay. Oh, that was stupid. Now SDA1, boot SDA1. Oh, okay, good. Nothing destructive happened to my grub.
It's funny now that I use a webcam with my videos.
Yeah.
I feel a little bit like I'm speeding up my speech, at least.
Well, that's good.
I don't want to look like a total, idiot on camera.
Well, I never thought you did, but I always felt it was good to put a figure to a face.
Well, that too.
Yeah. Okay, I gotta see what Scratch Style says. Oh, it's already. What? Whatever. Let's see. Okay, let's see what this does. Okay. Okay, now I think we've got LFS's bootloader fixed. I just have to fix Gen2s. Okay, new mount, R. I gotta go down to rebooting the system so that we get this right. Okay, so we've logged out. Now we're going to U-mount.
No,
U-mount.
correct me if I'm wrong. Do you need to do anything with grub make config after these changes or not necessarily?
Yes, you do.
You do? Okay.
And I already did that. So
Okay.
it's kind of like Arch where you just where you do install grub and then you. But I've already installed grub, so I don't have to worry about that. This. And then we unmount discard LFS. All right. Now I'm not going to boot into it yet because I want to CD to mount Gen2 LS. I'm going to check the boot. LS. Boot. Oh, right. Mount SD2 to Gen2. Okay. Gen2. Okay. Gen2 hasn't been touched at all, so thank God. So let's now. Okay, so yeah, the Gen2 loader hasn't been touched that much. Okay, so we're gonna mount. Well, the Gen2 commands are a lot easier than the LFS ones.
You in the Eastern time zone?
Yeah, why?
Oh, it just looks kind of dark in your room.
It is. It's 11:29 here.
Yeah. Okay.
And the funny thing is, I ain't even tired.
Oh, that's fine. I don't get tired till later either, but
Yeah, that's why I'm probably going to keep the stream going because I want to see Lamer come on here. And, yeah, he's a good kid, so I figured he can jump in. You know what I mean, I should say. Okay, we're in Gen2. And yes, I have NeoFetch working, as you can somewhat tell. So, oops. And the funny thing is that text looks a lot bigger than it did in LFS. Somewhat. Okay, so we're going to do mount 1 to boot. Mount EFI on this boot. Okay. So my kernel is there. I just have to run grub, install. Okay, grub as NSDB. Okay, grub make big. Let's see. And it found everything except the LFS. So what? Yes. Okay, now it's found grub, so let's reboot. systems.
Fingers crossed there for you.
Yeah, I know, buddy. All right. Well, there's the Gen 2 loader. So let's boot back into that, see if that works. Yeah, it's not loading. What the frick? Yeah, that didn't seem right. Okay, I didn't mess with the FS tab on that one. Let's do LFS, see if that even loads. Well, the drive. Something. Right. Kernel's not even loading. Huh. I don't know what I did wrong. Hey, Ricky. Wait. This doesn't work.
Hi, Ricky.
Hey, Ricky. Come on in. Anybody's welcome. We have us a grub issue from who knows what. Okay. I'm going to
I
take
think
this.
if you put Gen 2 as like taking fall damage.
Yes, it can be. You're right. What? What did I do wrong? It equals better. 2. So, don't know what I did wrong, but there is something not loading here. I hope I didn't mess up the freaking kernel. Okay. I don't know what the hell I did wrong.
Now you just checked the Gen 2 FS tab, right?
Yes.
You didn't even edit it. Right?
Yeah, I didn't need to.
Yeah. Well, that's what I meant.
All right. Okay, so
Oh, that. Wait a minute, Ben. My computer uses the UTC clock.
yeah.
Yes, it uses the 2300 hours format.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I think I messed up something with that.
That's only in the BIOS, though.
Yeah. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to remove everything from Grub on both systems and reinstall it. That's the only thing I can think to do. So, all right. So we're going to go to terminal. Might just remove the boot folder entirely. Okay, mount SD. Let me just double check my partitions again. All right, so, whoa. Okay, something is up with this. It says here now, there's something up with my BIOS, I think, because it says, oh, you know what, I just realized I have legacy BIOS turned on.
Oop.
And you're trying to boot UEFI.
Yes,
So, yeah.
that's not a good
That would be a problem.
Yeah, it would, you're right, Asnex. I better shut that off before I continue this whole fiasco. Alright, it's a very minimal BIOS, by the way. Okay, legacy support disabled. And, all. Oh, and I did turn off secure boot just in case.
Good.
No, I'm not loading factory settings.
Secure
No.
boot should never be turned on.
In my opinion. Leviticus, we have a system, but we have a grub error. Okay, there's the EFI loader. Hold my breath on this one. It's normally
If only Ben had an automated builds machine.
that might help, William. Because neither grub system is still loading. Okay, there. I'm trying to determine every possible scenario with this.
If someone's trying to build their own distro, use an automated build machine.
You're right. Okay, I can even boot in recovery mode on either system. Okay, this is stupid. I should have backed up my other kernel before wiping that kernel out. Oops.
When you were doing any of the grub changes, you were booted in legacy mode, weren't you?
No, it was EFI.
Oh.
Yeah, I wasn't booted in Legacy, but then again, I didn't have Legacy turned off at the time. Oh well. Grub is a nightmare sometimes. All right, so we're booted back into this. And, now, laptops are not fun, especially rising ones. Full screen. Move it over to here. I moved the screen over and I gotta make the text really damn big. If anyone's supposed to see this. Okay, let's make this. I'm doing the best I can with the text. It's just not gonna work.
Yeah, there's no hope for me. So
No, I understand, dude. It's okay. I'm just gonna lower the screen a little. Actually, I'm gonna do that trick I did to turn the machine around. Oh well, doesn't matter. Okay, so we're gonna do. Hey, Leviticus. Yeah, we're trying to fix the boot partition on the EFI. So let's check my devices again. Okay, it still says SDB is my 1 terabyte where Gen 2 is, and then the SDA is where where Gen 2 is, and SDB is where LFS is. Okay. That's a
is
little
that the same as before? Or
No,
that reversed?
before it was SDA and SDB were flip-flopped.
Right, that's what I thought you said. Yeah.
Right, and now it's booted in to USB again. It's the same thing as flip-flopped. So it flip-flopped it on me again, is what I'm saying. But now it's sticking to SDA1 as the Gen 2 drive and SDB is the LFS drive with my data on it. So I'm like, okay, this is a little effed up. But you see, as an
Well, you're
example,
booted off of the USB drive, right?
yes, USB stick
Yeah. So the enumeration, I guess, can change.
after reboot.
Yeah.
Well, as long as I figure out a working partition at some point, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to C dash, and well, even if it does change when I boot into a finally booting somewhat system, I can play with it again if it does change. So let's sport LFS. Because chrooting is one thing, booting in is another. So let's make PVLFS. So I'm going to mount SP3, which is my LFS at the moment. So let's list out. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we have my LFS listed. So let's see the end of there. Yep, everything's there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rm boot because I think that bootloader is just corrupted. Okay. Oh, frick! That means okay. So I just gotta remake boot now. No, it's my LFS boot. Okay. So I gotta mount SDB1, LFS boot, and I'm gonna make a EFI folder. Oh god, you know what I did? I remade grub to the boot file too many freaking times. Hey Ricky, hold on. He's back. How you doing, Ricky?
Oh, just decided to come out here for a little bit.
All right, well, I figured out our boot problem.
Hi.
Hey, William. Hey, Easy.
Hey, Ricky.
Phoenix.
So,
So how are you tonight?
we're trying to fumble.
Oh.
Long time no see, right?
Yeah, he's got a front row seat. Yep.
I'm doing good. I just decided to see what was going on here with a boot problem I'm hearing about.
Yeah.
Well, I screwed up the bootloader on both systems, so
Why am I not surprised?
You see, it's the F's tab keeps getting screwed over, so I'm trying to figure out why. You see, it keeps going flopping from SDA to SDB, SDA to SDB, and back and forth.
It's kind of sending Ben to chase his tail around.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what it is, William.
And here's the problem, Ricky. Venom Linux doesn't come with Nano by default, so I have to use freaking Vim. Oh. Yeah. So I have to.
Okay.
Yeah, it's retarded. So I'm gonna.
You have to wait. So you're telling me that you have to you're literally forced to make yourself go through a tutorial on how to use Vim?
No, I can manage, but it's not my preferred text editor. So I'm literally have to compile my Wi-Fi driver and install Nano. But luckily, it's a pre-made Wi-Fi. You see, it's an RTL 8822BE wireless card. It's Realtek. So
Okay.
it's a modern Realtek driver, so it's not natively supported in most distros.
So basically, it's one of the newer Realtek devices.
Yes, and not a lot of distros that are source-based have it out of the box, which kind of sucks.
All I gotta say, Ben, just give it another 5 to 10 years. The Linux kernel will have most of those drivers baked in by then.
5 or 10 years.
Yeah, I would rather not go.
The hardware will be obsolete by the time the drivers are baked in.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it make the kernel bigger?
What, William?
Wouldn't it make the kernel bigger if a lot of drivers are added in over time?
They would.
If I'm correct, a lot of new drivers are being added into the kernel every single day.
Okay.
That would make
Yeah,
it
it's
too
been
large.
that way for years.
Yeah, Esnix, who's never done LFS, he knows that. Okay, so now I should have Wi-Fi.
Is that XFCE on a computer?
Yes, but it's vanilla XFCE, and it looks hideous. I have to say, it looks very hideous. Don't you agree, Esnix?
No. XFCE is beautiful all the time.
Yes. But the vanilla config, I'd rather have it customized to my liking.
Oh, sure, but
Yay, I'm online. Hell yeah.
You remember, Ben, I helped you customize XFCE before.
Yes, and very well, Ricky. But regardless, I'd rather have, just, to each his own, I guess.
Hold on, I need my glasses. I'll be back.
Scratch sync is actually going
Go ahead, William.
Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do scratch install Nano. Give me Nano. Please get me away from this Vim nightmare. No.
I know how to use Vim a little bit. There's actually a tutorial on how to actually use all the commands and stuff.
Yes. You see, Esnix, what we're sitting through right here is actually we're waiting for Nano to be compiled and installed automatically. So you don't have to go through that tar, unzip, everything.
Mhm.
So that's how Scratch Package on my distro works as well. So, it's,
So Scratch Package would be doing what like Package Build does, and
right. So it's Scratch
Arch.
install Nano, for example.
Okay.
And then it's Scratch remove or uninstall, something like that. Yeah, Mitchell, I suck at Vim 2. It's awful. And Leviticus, no. Gen 2 normally does not take these 5 episodes to install. It's much easier. It makes LFS makes Gen 2 look like a cakewalk.
If I'm correct, Ben, I believe in either the last time that I installed Gen 2 or the time before.
Yeah.
I think the fastest time that Gen 2 was ever installed was, I believe, an hour and a half, 2 hours at most.
At the most, yeah. This has taken me days. But yeah, now we've got a working. I'm gonna just scroll the terminal up like an idiot. But yeah, now we've got a working internet connection, so I can just copy and paste the commands or just typing it. So I need to turn off my internal display. This. So yeah, this is a dual monitor setup. Only one of them is active on the laptop.
So let me get
There
this
you go.
straight, Ben. So let me get this straight, Ben. You're pretty much switching between monitors from what I'm looking at.
Yeah, I turned off the internal screen and put on the monitor primarily. And this is a TV monitor we're looking at, by the way. I'm using the TV as a monitor.
Man, dude, if only you had a triple monitor setup.
My screen can't fit that. My desk can't fit that. It's curved.
What I'm saying, Ben, is if only you had 3 identical PC monitors to where you could have a triple monitor setup.
I wish, Ricky, but that's just not in the budget.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be nice, but it's not going to happen. Okay, so we're going to go to Linux from scratch.org. I've got this URL memorized. I've done it so many damn times. Okay. Oh, and he's got a multi-lib patch. Here's the multi-lib book, and it had an update from July 1st, so 2 days ago. And the kernel he's using is 5.76. That's pretty up to date. But I'm looking at cheat roots. So let's go. He's got an FS tab example file, so I have to fix that up. And you see, Esnix, he comes with Firefox. This distro from Emmett comes with Firefox by default.
Just like
Good-
Linux
good
Mint
choice.
doesn't have any Chrome-related stuff in it.
What?
Just like how Linux Mint doesn't have any kind of Chrome-related things.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, this will be multi-lib whenever I get done with it. I'm not doing a pure 64-bit LFS. Heck no. And that's normally how LFS works, is that unless you do a multi-lib book, it comes pure 64-bit, and to me, that's not worth it.
So you're going 32-bit?
Multi-lib, Ricky.
Oh.
Yeah, because, I mean, 32-bit is pretty much deprecated, don't you guys know?
Well, the thing is, if you look at the Linux world right now, there's very few distros now that even support 32-bit.
I know, Ricky. I know. That's why I am targeting both architectures in one distro. All right, we're rooted into LFS, so that's a good sign. So let's...
Kernel 5.8 has 800,000 new lines of code.
Wow. Okay, so we're going to nano. And by the way, I am
busy.
Yeah, I haven't looked into why, but probably new drivers, but that's a beast of a kernel. Oof. This tab. Okay, so
I
let's
wouldn't be surprised if it got a little too large with the kernel.
read.
I
Okay.
think the kernel is still smaller than System D.
Yeah, okay, so I've changed my FS tab in LFS, so let's mount.
How big is a System D, EasyNex?
Oh, I don't know. I was just joking.
Yeah,
Oh.
he was just goofing around. You see, Ricky has the same mental disorder that I do, to a degree. I don't know if it's his. He's learned to control his, though, haven't you, Ricky?
Have I what?
Learn to control your autism.
It's just part of me. I mean, I'm used
Yeah,
to
it's
it.
both
by now.
part of us. I mean, it is what it is. So.
I mean,
Same thing me as well.
I mean, the thing is, the one lesson I've learned is I don't let autism define me. I let myself define myself.
Right, that's what I do. I mean, I don't let it control me at all.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah. I hear. I mean, I've used System D on many different occasions in the past, but I've only used OpenRC when it comes to Gentoo, but I've not used any other distro that has used OpenRC yet.
Nor have I, and I don't really see a reason to.
Which I think, besides Gentoo, I don't think any other distro is known for supporting OpenRC, is it, Ben?
Well, actually, as Nix will probably know this better than I do because I haven't played with that many. I've played with Arch with OpenRC, like vanilla Arch, but I was like, yeah, not gonna work, not worth it.
No, the only alternative init systems I've used in Arch have been through Artix, so
Yeah, Artix is
S6,
OpenRC.
and run it.
Yeah,
I just checked. Yeah, I was really off. The 2020 current Linux kernel lines of code, 27.8 million lines of code. System D only 1.3 million. So
yeah,
yeah, I guess I was really joking there more than
that's
I thought.
okay.
Yeah.
But 27.8 million lines of code for a kernel.
Wow.
And most of that's what drivers probably.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, that kernel's gonna be loaded.
Well, at least there's always the LTS kernel.
Yeah, which will probably be like 5.6, I think. Yeah,
What number is the LTS kernel right now? I think isn't it still 5.3?
it might be
5.4.
5.4. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I made the same mistake on Gen 2 I did on LFS. I had 2 boot folders by default. I don't know why the hell.
How do you do that?
I don't know. It was a stupid move.
You must have what I think I know what happened, Ben. I think when you were developing the boot folders, you must have pushed a button or something to cause it to make another one.
Maybe I did. I must have made a typo without thinking. Okay.
That any key on the keyboard, will get you every time.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Run. Okay, but the first thing I want to do, okay, I've got all my kernels and they're going to unmount Gen 2 boot, just so I don't screw up my LFS bootloader again. Okay, so Grub is installing, I think. Hurry up, Grub. You take freaking 9 years. Please freaking work. I'm about to cry. Not literally, but it just feels like it. Oh, we have 5 boot MGR. You got me.
What type, Ben? I don't mean to interrupt you, but I just want to ask a question. What type of webcam is that on your computer?
Up there?
Yeah.
It's a Logitech. I don't know what model though.
Well, from what I'm seeing, it looks like one of those Orbit cams.
It's a Logitech, Ricky.
Okay.
I'd have to reinstall if I do MDR.
Let's see. 4.4 kernel is Super LTS. Corporate support will go into at least 2030. Oh, so 4.4 is still being supported until 2030. That's cool. Extends regular LTS support if it's a popular. Okay.
I don't know what's up.
That's only security support, or is it?
It's
it's an LT. It should be. It's an LTS.
I mean, 4.4. It was the last LTS before 5.4.
Yeah.
It's pretty much getting corporate support until 2030.
Right. Okay.
Which I believe that's for businesses. I believe.
Who's even using that kernel? I can't think of a distro that. Maybe what? RHEL?
Red Hat. Oh gosh.
Maybe. I mean that might be the only one. I think I know one other one. I believe. I think Ubuntu 16.04 still uses it because 16.04 is not expiring until next year.
Yeah.
So basically, all distros that are still using the 16.04 architecture are pretty much still being supported by kernel 4.4.
Yeah. 4.4 is like long dead though.
Yeah, that's old news, but
Hmm.
guess it's good for corporate customers.
Yeah.
Ricky, have you ever seen Switch to Linux stream in a while?
I actually caught it tonight. It was pretty much a really interesting news stream.
About what?
Um, basically, oh, I
Oops.
all I remember seeing in the news stream, William, is basically the usual stuff he covers: privacy stuff and business stuff.
Yeah, it's nothing Linux really.
But
I
some of
think
the stuff is really interesting, though.
I think he ran. I don't think he ever ranted about TikTok grabbing clipboard data.
He never even I've never even heard him talk about TikTok.
As much as he's so worried about privacy nowadays.
Slackware 14.2 stable uses kernel 4.4. Okay.
Yeah, but if you do updates on it, you can get a heck of a newer kernel.
Yeah.
And I know Esnix here has done a very lengthy process of Slackware.
Yeah, Slackware current is very current, but
Yeah. But if you start with 14.2, you're going to be in for a long day.
yeah, I wouldn't want to risk trying to update 14.2 to current. That's just asking for the trouble like you're having there.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, this is not booting still. God dang it.
Me and Ben actually did a Slackware current challenge about a year ago, and for I think about a week, basically, me and him were both on Slackware current using KDE4.
That's old.
yeah,
Well, the thing is, KDE4 still works basically.
But why would it? I don't get it.
The main reason why I like KD4 so much is because it's just simple to use and easy. But the thing is, I'm liking Plasma a lot more because one of the computers that's in my room there has Arch Linux running KDE Plasma on it. So I'm pretty much getting used to Plasma a lot more, and I just don't think KDE4 is as good as it used to be.
Most distros are dropping KDE4 like a rock.
Yes.
Well, Slackware Current still, the Slackware Current version that me and Ben tested still has it, but there are plans to drop KDE4 in the future for KDE5.
Okay, I think it's not my FS tab or my grub at this point. I think it's my kernel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I did to screw it up, but it's probably something with the frame buffer.
Mom, unless they don't wear masks, the young students.
Hey, William,
Huh?
if you're gonna talk to her, can you go on mute, please?
Okay.
Sorry, it's just me. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I think I messed with the kernel to a too big of a degree.
So what are you planning to do, Ben?
Oh, I'm going to have to fix the kernel. And I'm going to have to do it before I can even boot in,
So you're going to have to go inside the kernel.
I guess.
How would you get inside of it?
There's a way to get in there. Trust me, Ben taught me that firsthand when I first installed Gentoo.
It's just simply you install the kernel sources however possible and CD into it and make menu config. It's not hard. But actually compiling the kernel, good luck with that if you don't know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Like Ricky said, it's 8. And I've always said, if you don't do it, don't bother.
Mm-hmm.
Expand screens. No. And I would not wish that upon Esnex anytime in the week. I think he'd lose whatever's left of his hair.
This hair ain't going anywhere. I got good genes.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna have to freaking mess with the kernel. Okay, so sudo mount. We're gonna start with Gen 2 because I know that actually works. LS what? Oh, okay. This is finally somewhat sanitized. Okay, now it's saying SDB is Gen 2 and normal SDA is LFS. Thank God.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank God. So it's finally made up its mind on what it wants to use. Okay. I hope. So I'm just gonna fix.
Looks like, from what I could tell, KDE 5 has landed in Slackware Current as of January.
Okay, so they've officially dropped 4 now in their repositories.
okay, so it is official.
Yeah, I believe so. 4 was deprecated long ago, but Slackware kept
Actually, it was
maintaining
deprecated
it.
in 2017.
Yeah, but Patrick over at Slackware never really warmed up to KDE 5, so
Yeah,
I
the
took
last
some
stable
on.
release Esnix of KDE compilation 4 was 4.1438 in 2017 on November 7th. So it was like
Gotcha.
the last backport of it. So, so they kept it around ever since January 11th of 2008. So it's been around for 12 years running. And it looked most like macOS Tiger to Snow Leopard and Windows XP to 7.
I'm guessing that was KDE's intention at the time.
Yes, they wanted to look like a modern Linux version of Windows XP or 7 or macOS Tiger or Snow Leopard. And it did look like those systems a lot.
Yeah, it was very similar to XP from what I remember. So,
But I mean, I wouldn't wish that upon a modern system because you'll have a lot of issues.
No, I mean, I've gotten so used to using KDE 5 now, I would not even want to use 4 anymore.
Yeah, I haven't, but I'm familiar enough with it that I can customize it the way I want without a hitch. I mean, it's not a hard system to use. Mount, rock. I'm just see it's running into Gen 2 because I don't think it's the whatchamacallit, the
kernel?
I think it's the kernel, not the FS tab at this point.
Gotcha.
So I'm going to have to, what I'm going to do is, I know that there's a Ryzen wiki for it, but I have a backup kernel of what I've got previously, and I'm going to copy that over and just change the CPU limit to 8 and call it a day, because I know that kernel at least boots. Because I don't want to mess with it any further than I already have. Because I mean, if I have a working kernel, why screw with it? You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, if I have a working kernel that only has one change need to be done, so what? Okay, yes, we keys get the hell out of here. Vector / data. Oh. Yeah, I've been staying up all night last night, and all gonna happen again tonight until I get this shit working. 2/data.
I will say one thing though, I am looking forward to the beta for Fedora 33 because I'm wondering what new stuff they've added.
Yeah. Oh, folks, I hope I didn't light my damn kernel. Oh, that would be really bad. No. Where did I put my kernel? I hope I didn't like that thing.
I love VPN still.
The main VPN I use is private internet access.
Yeah,
You're using a paid version.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't cost me that much.
I'd rather use the free version.
Well, the thing is, I found out very quickly through free VPN services that you don't get really enough bells and whistles as you do with paid services.
Oh, I know where it is.
Well, I don't really need a VPN a whole lot, so me having a data limit on the VPNs are fine.
All right. Okay, so we're saturated into Gen 2. So let's see.
It's not like I'm doing secret business or sending sensitive data back and forth.
Good. CP. Scripts. Holy hallelujah. Thank God I have a kernel backup. I was so afraid I wiped it by accident.
Oh, so you found a fix for it?
I found my old kernel config is what I did.
Okay.
I'm using a Windows 10 preview inside of a virtual machine, obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Well, using virtual machines is still pretty useful.
Yeah.
As long as you can supply the RAM for it.
Yeah, which is not easy these days.
I mean, whether you're using an SSD or a hard drive, I mean, 16 gigabytes of RAM is pretty much the backbone of
Yeah,
virtual
it
machines.
is. All right, so I got
Mr. STS Tech had promised to send out parts to people.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he's been busy and he just sort of slipped his mind, maybe, I don't know. Oh, God, you know what I did? I forgot.
What'd you do, Ben?
No, not that. I forgot to, okay, I'm just going to leave the kernel alone as it is. I'm not going to enable the experimental flag because that could get ugly. All right, so I changed it back.
Any uglier than not booting?
I'm not going to mess with that. Next, I don't want to enable the experimental use flag because that could lead to a lot of who knows what the hell.
Well, do you even know what the experimental use flag does, Ben?
No, well, it enables certain experimental drivers and features, and I'm just like, I'm not messing with that.
No, it's not the right time.
That's
hold on, Ricky. And Surge would say that it does have better Ryzen support, but I'm like, I'm not screwing with that.
Surge says that experimental use flag has better Ryzen support.
Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to switch the hardware monitor feature to. It's still on Intel, and I'm like, uh-oh. What is it? Hardware monitoring. Get rid of. Oh, yeah, I didn't have it on AMD Family 10. I had it on Intel. Oops. That could explain a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to make type in J8. It's going to go wait here 9 years. And make it
Well, it was booting before with that flag
old
on.
kernel. Well, it wasn't actually. I didn't have that.
Oh, it wasn't.
Table.
Okay.
Yeah. But I just had a backup of the old kernel that worked in my LFS scripts folder, and I am just remaking the kernel with that old kernel with 8 cores set by default. Because I had 4 by default, so I was killing that bootloader for that kernel.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to rebuild the kernel as I had it backed up, and I am rebuilding it for Gen 2 right now, and then I will, if and when I get Gen 2 pulled back up, I'll do the same for LFS because this new experimental kernel, I think, is just not letting it boot. It's so screwed up. Even though it has better Ryzen support, I'm like, nobody's going to want an experimental kernel. Not even me. Because a bleeding edge kernel only causes more problems than it's worth.
Okay.
So,
I stick to LTS kernels even on Arch. So
yeah, I see your point. Hang on, I gotta get some water. My throat's getting.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Okay, Ricky, we'll be here.
Me as well.
Yeah. And I'm lucky because I have a bathroom inside my bedroom. That's how it is around here. So it's just like a few steps away from me.
Okay.
Welcome back, Ricky. We came back at the same time. How ironic. Now, Ricky, at least on Hackintoshes, like I was talking about, the Big Sur installer is broken, but it's not broken on a real Mac. So, like, it's not broken on a real Mac, but it is broken on a PC. So you can't put it on a PC just yet. OpenCore nor Clover has been fixed, but you can boot it on a real Mac. So if you do try it, you shouldn't have any issues.
Okay, so basically, just if I want to put it on my Mac, it'll be just fine.
Right. Now, I'm going to get Xcode. Okay. Now, oh, and I am talking to you natively on the laptop, not through a USB SATA dock anymore.
I can tell.
Yeah, because it's not lagging anymore. So, yeah, I think that was my problem earlier, was that I was using a USB SATA device.
Yeah, that it just doesn't work very well like that.
Right. And it was also sucking up a lot of battery and bandwidth, and I just said, yeah, no. So anyway, yeah, Esnix, if you couldn't tell earlier, I was using a USB SATA drive dock.
I didn't know.
Well, I did, and it was a bad idea because, ironically, did you check out Silence Distro yet?
Yeah, I did download it. I've run it for a few minutes in virtual machine.
So you
And
can
it
see
looks
he's
really
got
good.
a lot of tweaks and stuff to it.
Yeah, I sort of not crazy about the menu, the whisker menu, the way he has it set up.
That's
But
why
other
I
than-
don't mess with that kind of thing.
But other than that, it looks good. So,
Yeah, that guy's got talent.
mm-hmm.
He's a real.
Yeah, I was most interested in looking at his branding and his modules for Calamari is what he's been doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that guy knows calamari like the back of his freaking hand.
Yeah,
Doesn't that remind me of Squid?
Yeah. Random. Sorry, William, we're trying to stay on topic here, buddy.
Oops.
It's okay. I understand. But yeah, Calamaris, that installer is a pain in the butt to maintain. And Venom uses their own. You see, Venom uses a command line installer, so I'm probably going to include that in my distro and just not write my own.
Mm.
Well, I mean, I like my own for my own use. I came up with my own little menu script for Arch installs, and that works for me reliably every time. So,
All right, I'm just going to use the Venom installer in my distro and just call it a freaking day. Because they actually have their own GitHub custom ISO script, and they also have an MK ISO script in this. So I'm going to see which one works and how it works.
mm-hmm.
I haven't heard anything about Endeavor OS for a little bit.
Nor did I.
Yeah,
I think they're just on hiatus right now. I don't know.
I think they might be on hiatus because of the virus.
Maybe.
that could be, but the Arch ISO structure has changed a little bit, maybe enough to cause them to have to rework some of their own scripts. So,
Yeah, hey, I mean, Arch is a forever changing beast.
yes.
It's bleeding edge. It updates all the time.
I think Arch puts up a new ISO like every month, basically now.
Yes, they do, and that's why you don't have to install it every month. You just update.
Well, no, that's just to get you up and running to get to the the wiki to do your installation. So,
Right. And Esnix, I don't have to read the wiki. I just reference it and install it from memory. That's how good I am.
that's good. I'm almost there. I've done it enough that I have a lot of it memorized, but I still don't trust myself. 100%.
I don't trust myself either, even though I've got it pretty much down. I still reference the guide because I don't want to make a boo-boo or something.
Mhm.
Right.
Even though I'm Nurch Nutball or Gen 2 Nutball or whatever, I still reference the guides because I don't want to mess something up or overlook something.
Yep. Oh, by the way, Ben, I'm planning to try out the newest version of Ghost BSD soon.
I've already downloaded it, but Mitchell, I am not using the LFS book for everything. I'm using a script called from the Venom Linux GitHub pages by Emmett1. I've been actually talking to him on my phone and my laptop through Telegram, and he is very talented, more so than me in LFS. And we've been bouncing off ideas on how to get this thing working. So yeah, he's the one who actually made these scripts, this package manager. I just cloned it into my distro, basically. That's what I did.
Okay.
Yeah, because I wasn't about to write a freaking package manager from scratch. That's
the Venom package manager. It's all Bash, right?
yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought I read.
Right. If you go to venomlinux.org, you'll find that there's a handbook there, but it's really out of date. If you go to just their GitHub and you look at their menu system, it's very minimal information, but it's enough to get you started.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, okay, the kernel is done for Gen 2, so it's CP, it's ls boot. I'm getting rid of the boot thing. I'm getting rid of that broken kernel because I don't want to deal with that. Liz, boot, map, / boot. Okay, so we're going to make install now. Okay. And then we're going to gen kernel. Oh, wait, I forgot to copy my duck config to gen kernel's config. Oh. And what gen kernel is, it's like a pre-made kernel, but I always just copy my config into it. So I'm going to run, just to be on the safe side, I'm going to rerun grub install to dev. That's A. So that ran fine. Okay, so grub config ran fine. Let's reboot and hope to God that this works.
If it works, then I'll say, Ben, you did it again.
I'll be watching that computer very closely.
Oh my God, I fixed it. Thank Jesus.
Congrats.
That almost scared the hell out of me. I was like literally shaking. I was so scared. But as you see, we are back up and running. Phew! I am never touching the experimental flag again.
Oh, good on you. That's great.
Yeah, as next. That scared the shit out of me.
You never let on for a second there, Ben. Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, for the 100th time, you almost blew up the kernel again.
I'm seriously hoping I don't do that again. Oh, that scared the hell out of me. I was afraid I almost blew it up. Oh, thank God. But yeah, this is my Gen 2 desktop. I'm sure you saw this earlier.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Looks really blue.
Blue.
What environment are you running on it, Ben?
XFCE.
Oh.
Yes, I'm using ZSA, just Quogger Dark with Tele Black icons. So,
That's cool.
Yeah. I do have the snapping effect enabled, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now we fix the LFS kernel.
Oh, no. Here we go.
Okay, now it shows nproc. I've got my cores finally fixed. Ugh.
Wonderful.
So basically now, that Gen 2 is behaving. You can move on to fixing the other kernel.
Right, the LFS kernel. And yes, it shows my hard drives correctly. Yes.
Well, Ben, you did it again.
Yes, I did.
Fantastic.
Oh God,
Ooh.
that scared the hell out of me. I thought I was losing it.
It's Miller time.
Okay. Let's assume. Well, I almost destroyed my install, both of them, with a kernel problem.
Well, here's the thing, Ben. Even if you would have destroyed the Gen 2 install,
Yeah.
you'll be able to get Gen 2 back very easily.
Yeah, but I just didn't want to take that chance, Ricky. It's like I've spent enough time with this install. I don't need to go back through it. You understand that, don't you, Esnix?
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I'd rather take a backup tarball or something and just re-image it back on the drive. Oh, and I did make a backup of my LFS tools folder in case something goes bad. So, and I just don't feel like going through that insanity all over again.
So for your LFS, Ben, have you decided what environment you're going to put on it?
XFCE or Mate.
Or if you want to, I mean, we could do open box.
That is going to happen, Ricky, believe me. But right now, I'm just worried about getting Xorg installed. That's my main goal.
Well, I mean, between XFC and Mate, I mean, you could try Mate out.
I am going to do an open box first and then Mate just to get something minimal installed.
Mm-hmm.
Because
and once you have open box up, all I would have to do is just teach you how to
reconfigure it. Yeah. Have you tried open box, Esnix?
No, I never really played with OpenBox.
Ricky told me how to do it a couple times, but I'm always bad about remembering.
It's a pretty decent lightweight window manager. DistroTube's videos taught me how to use it. Basically, all you really need in order to work OpenBox efficiently is basically you need several programs in order to work the thing. You need OpenBox itself. You need the OpenBox Configuration Manager, or OBConf. Then you need Nitrogen to work your wallpapers.
Yeah.
Then you need a panel of some sort. You could do Tint to the XFCE panel, the LXDE panel,
just whatever you want to use.
And then basically, last but certainly not least, what you're going to need at most is you're going to need a program called Menu Maker. Menu Maker is available to every single Linux distro, but it's most effective in Arch because you'll be able to get it through Pac-Man. Once you have Menu Maker installed, you're going to do the following command: mmaker space -m space -f space xterm, or whatever your default terminal is. You press in. Well, before the mf part, you put in what your environment is first. So you'll put OpenBox. Then you do the -m -f xterm part. Press enter. Then Menu Maker will be generated. Then all you need to do is reconfigure your OpenBox, and then your menu will display the current default programs that you have on your Linux system.
Yeah, Ricky knows OpenBox better than I do.
And it will keep it up to date with changes in USR share applications?
Basically, if you add in a new program, you would have to run the Menu Maker command again.
Yeah, but it's not hard.
Then you would need to reconfigure your OpenBox. But you have to do that for every program you install.
Yeah,
it's kind of annoying me right then and there.
But other than that, it's simple, it's easy to use, and out of all the window managers, OpenBox uses the least amount of RAM.
Yeah. So what I'm doing here, guys, is I am copying my .config scratch package, or my .config from Gentoo into var cache scratch package, sources and the Linux kernel. See, I always keep the Linux kernel around an LFS, the source files, in case something happens to go nuts.
Now, besides the normal Linux kernel, do you keep some data for the LTS kernel on hand in case you want to
They
use the
use the LTS kernel, Ricky, by default.
Oh, it's by default?
Yeah, it's 5.44.
Oh,
5.444.
okay.
Yeah, that's what's shipping in my LFS, actually. I'm
But
not
you
shipping with a bleeding kernel.
But you are able to change it to run the latest kernel, though.
If you enable the test, if you install it from the testing branch, probably, but I would not recommend it.
Okay. So basically, for LFS, going LTS is pretty much the best way to go.
Yeah, even I'm sure Esnix would agree with me on that. Because he's an LTS kind of guy.
Exactly.
Yeah, because in my opinion, if the kernel's not broken, don't screw with it. I'd rather just have a working kernel than use a bleeding edge kernel.
I'm running 6 to 7 year old hardware. LTS kernel's fine.
Right, and I'm running a Ryzen modern laptop.
Yeah.
LTS kernel is fine if it's 5.x. I don't care.
The Dell Optiplexes that I have all around me, they all pretty much came from my father's work. These Optiplexes, basically this one in front of me is an Optiplex 7010, and the other ones are 380s and 987s. I pretty much traced their development pretty much back to, I think 2014, I believe. They're pretty old towers.
Oh, yeah. My current tower is a 9010. I have a couple of those and a couple of 7010s as well.
Yeah, I was just telling Ben not long ago, Dell Optiplexes are some of the most reliable computers to run Linux because they're built well, and Dell is pretty much one of the few companies that pretty much has their hardware centered around Linux very good.
Well, they haven't let me down. So
Yeah.
This is my third generation.
Yeah, Esnix, the one I'm talking to you on is a Dell Inspiron 7567, but it's sadly a gaming laptop with that Optimus piece of crap on it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I remember your problems with Optimus there. Yeah.
It's not.
Besides Dell, the other computer company that I like is Lenovo.
Yeah.
I always hear good things about Lenovo laptops. So
they're built like tanks, man. I tell you.
Yeah. Basically, you could put a Lenovo in front of a nuclear explosive, and that thing will be fine.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to show you guys while this kernel is compiling for LFS. I'm going to show you the new Mac OS just for fun.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about Big Sur?
This is what it looks like. Let me minimize the browser. This is booted via the Clover bootloader. I haven't had any issues with it except running off a USB-C to disk, but USB-C to dock. But yeah, I mean, this is the new layout. Let me show the default wallpaper. I mean, it doesn't look that bad to me from a get-go.
So that's on Apple hardware?
No, this is on a PC.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and my audio is working. Now, when you boot this up for the first time, the Wi-Fi takes a bit to load, but that's fine. So now if you were to boot this with the OpenCore bootloader, which is quite new, the trackpad acts really dodgy, but it's part of why I went back to Clover, because they have the proper patches and things to make the trackpad work.
That system preferences box looks a lot like Cinnamon's.
Yes, it does. I don't get why. Well,
you're actually right. It does look like Cinnamon's.
Yeah, and a lot of this reminds me of Linux a little bit. Well, then again, they're both Unix based. So
well, Unix and Linux are very related.
Yeah. So all right. So
but a different type of Unix too. So
yeah. So
the kernel's not really a true Unix kernel.
No. but it's at the fork of it. Yeah. Okay, so here's the default wallpaper in Big Sur right now. Now, remember, guys, this is day one beta software, so this is planned to change in the future. I don't know. But this is just my dev portal beta copy. So, and no, I don't do any kind of programming like I said, but yeah, this is just the development user beta thing. And for a beta, it's running pretty good, in my opinion.
Well, it looks like it's running pretty fast.
Yeah, and Ricky, they finally. Oh, I'm not the only one who said this. My buddy Josh from Discord said that the battery that you were qualming about, it's finally fixed. Even I'm experiencing that.
Good. Because the thing is, some of the older Mac versions, going back to at least
Mojave.
the Mojave, the battery would just drain so quick.
Yeah. And I haven't noticed that except for off a USB storage device with this. At least through the SATA USB. I don't know about it USB, but I know that with a SATA over USB, it's not a good idea.
I wish Macs could just blue screen of death or like Apple screen of death themselves when the battery drains too quick.
Well, I don't even think Mac OS has ever had a screen of death or anything of that nature, has it?
I couldn't help you. I haven't used Mac OS since 7.1.
Well, yeah. Well, what was the question? I'm sorry.
The question was, Ben, has Mac ever had some sort of a screen of death?
That would be the kernel panic screen, basically the forbidden sign, but that's the only thing that I can think of, whether it's a kernel panic or the forbidden sign with a circle with a slash. That's the only thing I can think of.
Now, from what I've heard with Big Sur, they made a lot of improvements to Safari.
Yes, they did. So, if we look at that for a moment.
Is it usable now?
Yeah, they've added extensions like, screencasting to your TV, like dark mode finally. I've had a section for that for a while, but you have to pay for it, unfortunately.
And I believe Safari can now take extensions now, right?
Yes, like I was just saying. Oh, come on, Safari. Load. I had to turn off my iCloud tabs because I had some suggested material in there that I didn't want to expose. But, yeah, let me see what extensions I have by default. I have to get these through the App Store. So the one I bought is Dark Mode for Safari, and Messenger Black, Safari.
Has OS 10 always had that sort of application view?
Yes, ever since Lion.
Oh, okay. So that's where Gnome got it from. Okay.
Probably. Yeah, then they have simplified Twitter. Yeah. I've downloaded a lot of applications from their app store. I mean, it would take me forever to go through all these.
I see that you have a transmission.
Yes, for BitTorrent, and I also have QBitTorrent as well.
This is on your MacBook?
No, this is on my Mac laptop.
I wish I had a Mac Mini. That would be fun.
Yeah.
You can actually get Mac Minis pretty cheap. I mean, the cheapest I think they go now these days is 200 or below.
For which version?
I would say
Nothing too current, probably.
Well, the version that I'm wanting to go for is the 2012 version.
Oh, okay.
Now, Ricky, I'm just going to warn you if you go
like my
over
PC.
the model. Well, it won't run Big Sur without a patch, though.
I'm aware of that, Ben. I mean, that's why for the...
Yeah. Okay, so the LFS kernel is done building. Let's see if this works. Okay, so we're going to CP config to oops config and CP system.map to oops and CP. I'm just copying the kernel files over, and hopefully we won't have an issue anymore. Okay, so I have to rewind grub install to SDA. Oh, please, Jesus, work.
I can smell July 4th already here.
How can you smell that?
It's a joke.
That was funny, Lillian, I'm not going to lie.
I
There
thought
will
we were
be
talking about-
fireworks, but I know it won't be a lot due to COVID, but still.
Okay, grub install went fine, so let's grub. Let's ls. Oops. Let's just see if my LFS. Okay.
I'll be
Yeah,
back in a moment or two.
What? What are you saying, Essex?
Oh, I'll be back in a moment or two.
And okay, grub config went fine. It found Gen 2, so moment of truth situation here.
Be right back.
Okay. Yeah, Ricky, kind of a moment of truth situation here. Okay, we've got our LFS loader. Hey, we got it. Oh, thank God I saved it. That scared the shit out of me. That literally was scary as heck. Root. Ricky, you there? Okay, but I don't have life. Again. Let's do it. Boots. That's all that matters. Well, we're booted in, but no Wi-Fi. I'm not worried about that really. Yeah, Mitchell, if you're still here, man, we've got LFS loaded. Oh, shit. Sorry. Welcome back, Ricky. Yeah, because they're all in.
Sorry about that. My Ethernet disconnected there for a minute.
It's okay. Look at the screen. I know it's hard to see, but we're in LFS. But here's
Oh, we're in it?
yeah, Bash is right
Oh.
there.
Oh, it's hard for me to see that very tiny text.
Yeah.
Okay, I see it now.
Yeah, it says IPA. We got wireless, but if I go to MTUI, it doesn't do anything. But if I do a ls user lib, whoa! If I do ls usr, we have lib32. We have everything, so we're good.
Okay, good.
Now, if I do ls etc, we do have scratch package that works. So, yep,
Yeah.
we got it. So,
Yeah. Basically, what I was trying to say before my Ethernet had a hiccup.
Sure.
By one of the reasons why I'm aiming for a 2012 model is if I put Mojave on it, unlike my Mojave experience with the MacBook Pro, the Mac Mini experience will be a lot better because I won't have a battery issue to deal with.
no, you won't. It's probably a good idea.
And if I'm correct, I believe Mojave is still supported for maybe another year or two.
A year at the most, I would say it's best just to stick to that if you don't want to deal with support.
Or at least go to Catalina.
Maybe better off on Catalina for another year or two.
How many years pretty much does each Mac OS supported?
At least 3, 4, 5. Mitchell will do that in a bit. I just gotta. I don't have internet in the LFS as Nick's, but it did boot.
Fantastic.
Yep. So I saved it. That older kernel did save it from booting.
Yeah.
There it is. So yeah, that worked. Now I just have to figure out what the problem with run it is from earlier, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I just want to get in the GUI, finish this thing.
You had enough drama for one night.
Yeah, okay. So let's SU dash. I just put it back into Gen 2 to get this series. So, okay, so now I might just do a part 6 tomorrow morning just to sort of get this part uploaded.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it is getting kind of late, I will say that.
It is 41 minutes after midnight.
Yeah, it is. That's true. So what I think I'll do is call it here because now that we've got a booting system, that's a good part 5. So we will resume sometime tomorrow. I don't know what time yet, but we will resume in the morning, and I will probably upload part 6 where we'll finalize the system. I'll get Xorg installed overnight because I don't know how long that's going to take, and I don't want to record that process. Because for one thing, I have to build LLVM, and yeah. But what I'm going
By
to do
the way,
now,
Ricky, apparently Windows 10, people are unhappy how the new Edge browser gets forced down their throat through Windows Update.
that's annoying.
Oh, so you're saying they've added Edge to the whole update thing now?
It turns it to the new Chromium Edge spinoff. Like, it forces it upon you now.
Oh,
All right.
my
So yeah, I checked my LS block devices, and it's persistent. It's fine.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So putting it to UIDs is what Mom did.
People aren't too happy with that.
I'm not surprised.
And Windows 7 is not supported anymore, so people are getting the new Chromium Edge sent to their Windows 7 machines, even though it's not supported anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That makes no
Wow.
sense.
I'm not surprised by Microsoft doing that stuff. So,
I don't mind if it's forced down my throat.
well, you
Well-
might not like it, but I meant
Mhm.
I'm not surprised that they're doing it. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I'm waiting for Microsoft to do is just port Edge over to Linux.
That's probably going to take a long time if they even do it.
Well, even if they do that, I'll just take it anyway. I don't like the old Edge. I just don't really like that.
Okay, so internet.
isn't the new Edge based on Chromium?
Yes,
It
it's
is.
based on a Chrome engine.
Yeah.
I had Edge at one point continuously fail on me, saying it can't load the web page even though I'm hooked to the internet. That's on the
Really?
old version. Yes.
I don't think I ever had that problem.
I
Was
did
it
one
a 2 million?
that was failing
Sorry, I
to
was-
load a web page.
I mean, out of all the Chromium browsers I tried, I mean, other than Edge, there's only 2 other browsers that I know I use, and that's either Vivaldi or Ungoogle Chromium.
But this is only on the old version of Edge. And of course, on that note,
Yeah.
that is only where it is occurred.
Alright.
And plus, you can't download Microsoft updates over Google Chrome. I tried and it gave me an error. Like going to a website to download a tool from Microsoft, so I had to use Edge, which worked.
Firefox is loaded. Yay. We are back in business, people. We got Firefox back up and running. Frick. Yes.
So you got Firefox running in LFS?
No in Gen 2. It's a binary version. We'll get to that. Hold your horses. I guess we could go a little longer. We're just chatting.
Yeah, I'm not even tired yet.
Me either. So we'll keep rolling.
I just got mine out.
Yeah. Okay. So let's.
It's only 9:45 where I am. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you Pacific time?
Arizona time. We don't do daylight savings out here.
They're
So-
out in mountain time.
right.
Yeah. So, okay, let's move on to entering the Chirrut again and getting Xorg going. Yeah, my folks are asleep, but they don't hear me all the way down here. All right, so they are early birds. Yeah.
Well, if they're asleep, now's the time to route that Ethernet cable.
Yeah, really. Okay, let's install. Okay, so I'm trying to think of a good way to do it. So
They wouldn't be too happy with him.
No,
I'm not looking to get in trouble with my family. No, sirree.
no.
Plus, I'd be grounded for hell if I did that, and I don't want to be grounded on my birthday.
How would they ground you
Oh
for an
yeah,
adult?
13 days away or 12 now, right?
All right, scratch install.
But how will they ground Ben if he's an adult?
Hey, it's their house. I just follow the rules. I don't enforce them.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind a couple weeks sent to my room. That's fine by me.
Yeah, I just do my computer all day. It wouldn't be any different. I just go downstairs to eat, come right back up. That's all I have to do. Bring my food to my room. I do that anyway. Sorry, I got a friend role playing with me. Stupid. Not stupid, but just whatever. Okay, so we're gonna install Xorg.
Role playing at this time of night?
He's a night owl. What can I say?
I am as well.
Yeah, scratch install.
Touche.
Pavu control. We are definitely installing Xorg, Pavu control, and Xorg's actually a meta package in this, by the way. Pavu control. I think X turn, X block, TWM. And by the way, there's no Xorg drivers meta package like there is in Arch or Gen 2. It's just you have to specify the drivers you want. Sucks. Input. Then I was gonna get it all at once.
So for Linux Mint 20, the application called Warpinator is pretty much the successor to Linux Mint 6's a tool called Giver.
Wow.
I
Interesting.
never used that tool when it was out, so
Yeah, light the GTK reader. Yeah. Okay, Mitchell. We'll see you tomorrow then. Reader.
Yeah,
Okay.
see you later, Mitchell.
I'm just gonna get Chrome for now, even though it's loaded. Google Chrome.
Night, Mitchell.
Sorry. All right. So, all right. Google Chrome. Yeah, we'll get XFC.
A Windows 10 Insider Preview client ISO image is over 5 gigs. That's twice. That's like close to a dual layer DVD.
Yeah, so I'm grabbing XFCE4. Actually, no. I said I do Mate, so Mate plus Mate.
What is William?
The Windows 10 Insider Preview client build 1818363 is over 5 gigs. That's like a dual layer DVD required.
Okay. 185 packages
right.
for all that crap. Okay, let's see how long this crap takes. Oh, and I did set the make flag since I changed my kernel to J8. So hopefully this won't take very long.
Well, it should speed things up a little bit.
Yes. I mean, sorry for the poor quality. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this easier for y'all to see and go on StreamYard on the machine. I'll be right back.
Okay.
okay. Talk
And
amongst ourselves, eh?
yep. Now we just count the seconds, see how long it takes for him to come back.
I used to have a Windows ISO lying around just in case I wanted to play with it. I don't know what I did with it, so
On one of my USB drives, I have a version of Windows 10, and that is build 1909.
I think that's the one I had. So I have to find it again if I
Yeah.
want it. So
I tried build 20.04 for a little bit, and it just didn't like my computers that much. So
Linux is coming soon.
I'm just sticking with build 1904.
okay.
All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry.
Ben and Ricky, the Microsoft Edge for Linux is definitely coming soon.
That's good.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yeah. And
Hold on, let me switch my camera to show you what I'm talking about.
okay, entire screen. Allow. All right, the screen's coming up. Oh, it's in the beta channel already.
Oh.
Updated weekly. Oh yeah, it's in the dev channel. Nice.
So it's coming soon.
All right. Well, here, I don't know if you guys can see this decently.
I can see yes.
I can see it, man.
Okay, cool. Oh, hi, Adam. Good to see you, brother. I don't know if that's my current.
I can't wait to see the new Edge coming soon. Linux.
Okay. So I got to get the YouTube chat up in a private window or a better window. Hold on. Let me go. My channel. Yeah, it says 185, but with those make flags set, I don't think this is going to take too long to build LLVM. I don't think. But then again, it's 2,000 lines of source code, so I could be wrong.
It can happen, Ben.
It might. I don't know. But, yeah. And Ricky, while you were away, I got flagged for music in one of my older streams, so it's not a good idea to play music on a stream. It's just not. That's at least
You got a heads up notice.
Yep, in my email, the video got blocked, so I said, whatever, I'm just not going to worry about it.
There's YouTube audio free music.
Yeah.
There's all that loyalty free music, and that doesn't do anything to the copyright censors.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever. All right, so let's see, what do we got in the way of entertainment until then? Let's see. Okay. I guess what we could do is just sort of maybe fire up a game for a few minutes.
My only question for Ben is, would he ever try to look at Android Go Edition?
Not that I would want to do. No thanks. Oh, and I meant to tell you guys, this app here, Play on Linux, it's getting deprecated very soon.
Play on Linux is ending?
Wow.
Well, in Gentoo at least, yeah. They're removing it from Portage next month.
Wow, so Gentoo's not going to have it anymore.
Yeah, because Python 2 is being long gone for a long time.
Oh, Gentoo switched completely over to Python free now?
No, they just don't offer it anymore. Well, they do, but it's long deprecated.
Wah, wah, wah.
I think it's been deprecated in Arch as well. So
Yes, but you can still install it as Nix. They just don't keep it around as a good option. So, because if we go back to Firefox here while we're waiting on this, if we go to LFS Python 2, come on. So yeah, almost got the wrong link. Okay, LFS Python 2. See, the latest one is 2.7.18. So they're just basically backporting it. And the last time this page was updated for this was April this year. So as of
Pretty
Python 2 was discontinued on January 1st of this year. But some packages have not been updated to support Python 3. So they're still backporting it for a little while. But as of next month, the developers are going to have to update the Python 3 completely.
Okay, so basically, as of next month, they're going to have no choice but to go to Python 3.
Sadly, yes. There's
Well,
just no way around it.
I mean, the good news though is they'll have a new code. They'll have a new code base to play with.
Yes, and so GNOME 2 will be officially no longer installable at that point. So yeah, goodbye to that.
What
See
about
us
any other
next.
distro, any other desktop environment?
Yeah, any old desktop environments that supported Python 2, gone.
Well, I think GNOME 2 was the only one.
Yeah, it had a 2018 repo that was somewhat modern that I forked, but not gonna be able to use that anymore.
Well, I mean, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, it was fun.
But I mean, like I've been saying, I mean, GNOME 3 is just getting better and better with each new release. I mean, ever since they solved all those issues with the RAM in 3.30, GNOME has just gotten a lot better with each version.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know what your thought is on that as next, but yeah.
If I took the time to put enough extensions into GNOME, I could use it, but I just don't have the energy to do that. So
Yeah,
I'd rather just use a desktop I can enjoy using without all the work.
Yeah, that's why I'm going with something like Mate, because it's basically the same as GNOME 2, just updated.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's basically the same code base as GNOME 2. I mean, it's basically a fork of the original base.
Right, but it's been brought up to date with GTK3 and I assume Python 3, so
Yeah, it's basically GTK3, but GNOME 2 is purely Python 2 and GTK2, so it's not, it's not worth using it anymore and just going on to Mate. That's all there is to that. Because it's a very old code base that's like broken now. So, yeah.
so if I want a good time, nostalgia-wise, I can install Red Hat 5.2 and run GNOME 1.
Ugh, I wouldn't wish that upon anybody.
I've seen pictures of GNOME 1. It is not a pretty sight.
Oh, I liked it back in the day.
I'd rather not go down that memory lane. Anyway, while we're waiting, I'm going.
20 years ago, it was, it was pretty good.
Yeah, but
what else did we have? TWM.
Boing.
that is old as hell.
Isn't TWM still around though?
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, I think it's still standard with Xorg. You still get TWM in basic Xorg. I don't think anyone uses it outside of some BSD diehards. So.
Yeah, some BSD diehards usually mess with that. I don't mess with it.
Oh, also, Debian 9 has 3 years left until it expires.
Yeah. What, Debian 9 is almost dead?
Yep, Debian 9's almost dead, and as of January this year, Debian 8 got extinct.
Yeah, that's not surprising to me. It only lasts maybe, I don't even know how many years. Nix would be able to better answer that than I would.
Well, Debian 10 still has Python 2.7 in it, so.
All right, so it's probably one of the few distros left that's going to support it.
Well, if I'm correct, well, I think it's only a, I think besides Debian, I think there's only like 2 or 3 of them left that support Python 2, because everything else has gone to Python 3.
Yeah, I mean
Pretty
Debian
much.
Buster's, in the switch over to Python 3, but they still haven't been able to drop 2.7 totally. So
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm just.
I'm not sure.
Mm.
I'm not sure if they're going to drop it completely until at least Debian 11.
Right.
oh yeah, even then there may be some
They might
lingering
backport it.
libraries that still have a dependency. Debian's huge, 50,000, 60,000 packages. It's going to take a while to get them all shifted over. So
Yes, exactly. And by the way, I have you guys hooked up by HDMI to my TV and a sound system with a subwoofer on it.
That's fine.
Yeah, I've got speakers plugged in, so I said, what the heck?
that's why you sound auto-tuned.
Yeah. Well, they're plugged into my laptop speakers.
Well, at least the sound works good.
Yes, Robert.
And it looks like your compiling thing is going again.
Yeah, look. Oh, God. Blizzard are banning more bots.
I see red dot. I knew that.
Oh, I know what happened. It's the processor thing. I forgot to set it to native, not something AMD specific.
Oh,
Oops. Okay, so we're going to change this crap back to native. I have suspected that would happen. We don't have play on Linux. Ugh. Gotta take that out of the command. I really need to get Kuru on here at some point, but I'm not going to do that right now.
I don't think you're going to need it for a little bit.
No, because I know how to work in the command line well enough. So,
To be honest,
what
I think to be honest, man, if I were you, I would just not even think about doing a Kulu. I would just stick to your command line stuff.
yeah.
It'll save you a bit of time.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. No. Where is the... Yeah, LLVM and LFS takes a little while, but, it's fine. Okay, so... Where's my controller? Yeah, I think just keeping it native would make the most sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now my controller is on. I just gotta pop on.
Now, have you decided what login screen manager you're going with?
Probably Light DM.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you want a much lighter weight option, you could go LXDM.
No, not worth it. I'm used to Light DM. That's what I want. So, let's see. Okay, I gotta repair my Xbox controller again. As next you were watching me do that earlier, remember?
I don't really remember. No, your
Yeah,
Xbox controller.
Yep, Xbox control. Yeah, it's a Bluetooth thing.
Ah,
Yeah. Okay, I forgot to run this command.
what's really weird is I'm getting an Opera GX gaming browser ad right in front of me.
That's why I use an ad blocker, buddy.
All I gotta say, when it comes to ad blockers, uBlock Origin is, in my opinion, the best one.
Yes, it is. It just works. I'm trying to go back through my bash history to get that command. There it is. Okay. So as you see, guys, I fixed the kernel, so hopefully we won't get any more lockups. Because I think I was just underpowering the CPU. Which is no shocker there. See,
you're running
normally
about,
at this
what,
point,
half
it
the
would
cores?
lock.
Ben just went thunk, or something went horribly wrong.
I think his computer might have froze again.
Uh-oh.
Well,
What was that?
once again, LFS kicks Ben's butt.
Didn't he just say that the kernel shouldn't freeze again? Now that he just fixed it?
Failure.
Access denied.
He gets frozen out, so
Yeah, you thought the blue screen of death was was a terror. A Linux screen freeze is 10 times worse.
I haven't seen this many screen freezes since like Windows 98.
maybe I should have kept my mouth shut.
No, that's okay, William. You were right on par that time.
I knew that was going to go back to where he just get frozen out again.
He'll most likely be back in a minute.
I think Ben needs a supercomputer to avoid freeze outs.
I don't think anybody can afford that type of technology.
I can afford. Well, this is a simple fan I've got that can run on batteries or adapter without even having to be plugged into a wall.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I did see that there's these fans you can get from eBay, and you pretty much plug them into your computer's USB, and they pretty much operate on USB power.
Well, the one I've got is a Honeywell fan I brought from Amazon.com.
How much did it cost?
$11, between $10 to $11. Well,
$11 per fan? That's not bad.
No.
Yeah, so you might hear a little bit of wind as I'm fanning myself with it.
I don't even hear a single thing.
Well, that's a good thing. My only question for Mr. Ricky here is, I can see that you're more privacy oriented, if I'm correct.
It depends on the subject.
Well, what do you think about this whole TikTok grabbing clipboard data on iPhones every 10 seconds?
It's an interesting topic, but the thing is, it doesn't even affect me because I don't have an iPhone. I mainly use TikTok on my Android because
the Android version of TikTok is unaffected, even though it is by China. It's made in China from a Chinese company.
Yeah, I'm aware of that. I mean, most of the stuff that you find on Android is coming from China.
But why are people so xenophobic towards stuff from China?
I have no idea.
That kind of sounds a little xenophobic-ish. But...
I agree with you, but I don't really know. I have an Android phone myself, but
now the one issue that I will say is when it comes to the amount of apps I use from the Google Play Store, I don't use much from the Google Play Store except for a few things. Other than that, I mainly use apps from F-Droid.
Right, I'm back. I had a lockup with building WebKit GTK again.
we figured that.
Yeah, I'm just not going to even bother with it.
It's Android Go edition, but it also has malware on it in the form of Android System UI hidden ads.
Yeah.
Which installs applications you wouldn't want.
And as next, the reason I wanted to build WebKit GTK was for Lutris, but on Gen 2 it wasn't working, so I'm like, I'm not going to worry about it.
Yeah, your screen froze again, dude.
Where?
I'm just saying what happened.
I predicted it was going to lock out again.
Yep. So I decided to boot into the LFS directly to build LLVM and then reboot back into Gen 2 and finish the rest of it that way.
Good idea.
Because I mean, as long as it compiles, I ain't gonna bitch. Hey, what's that?
My phone, my second one. This is the animation startup of it.
Oh, cool, William.
It doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
It uses Android Go, but it's an 8.1 version of it.
Oh, so it's using Oreo.
Yes, it's a lightweight version of Android, but I really don't know when it'll get Android 9 Go edition because the manufacturer released two updates for it this month or this year.
Yeah.
So 2019, it's a Blue Advanced L5 or L4 2019. It's A4 2019.
Okay. Now, if I'm correct about Android Go, isn't it for low-powered Android devices?
Yes, it is intended for low-end phones only.
Okay.
It really was never intended for high-performance phones due to the nature of it being called Android Go.
Okay. And if I'm also correct, it mainly works on 1 gig of RAM.
Yes, close to it or under that limit. Anything above that, it would require the full version of Android.
Okay.
So they're making it impossible for you to use Android Go on a high-powered phone to get better performance.
Nope. The Go version has some stuff ripped out of it that you wouldn't find in the full version of Android.
Mm-hmm.
There is some stuff that's been ripped completely out of that. It's up to the manufacturers to what they want to do with an Android Go development kit for their low-end phones. This phone is $40 on Amazon.
$40? That's nice.
That's just the price of that phone. The blue phones were meant for Latin American countries, but they can be used mainly anywhere.
Wow.
Yeah.
The company Blue Bold Like Us is what it stands for, is a company in Miami, Florida. They were called out that for having malware implemented on their phones by a third-party supply chain, so they had to fix that.
Wow.
That was like in 2014 or early 2015 when Blue phones had it silently added into the phone's ROM. So that was later then called out, initially causing Blue to face a little bit of controversy. But there is a China version of that phone manufactured by a different brand.
Yeah.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah. You see, as Nick, he's really knowledgeable about his Android stuff.
I'm just investigating the claims of Android privacy, snooping, apps gathering data, security issues without tampering the software of the phone, without damaging the device, but looking at it in more detail just by seeing what's it doing behind the scenes.
Exactly.
I never really thought too much about my phone, so
There is a known problem called a face unlock. You can bypass with a photo of your face.
A bypass?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What it is you can take a photo of your face on older phones only, snap a picture and hold it up to the phone's facial recognition from your another phone and unlock the phone that way.
That's interesting.
Corey
go ahead, William.
Corey Knockreiner, a security researcher, demonstrates how you can use this to an illegal advantage. He demonstrates this how you can unlock a phone with just a photo of your face for older phones that don't use 3D facial recognition or eye blinkage.
Wow, so people can bypass that?
Yes, only for older phones. Newer phones have this later fixed. But the phone I'm on, the Moto G7 Power, you cannot bypass the lock screen on this phone through the facial recognition. I tried and it will not work. I tried, it will not open with just a photo of my face. It won't open if my eyes are not open.
So then that means the unlocking issue must be on older versions of Android.
And on older phones, some phones that do not have a way of verifying your face through a 3D verification or eye open.
Mhm.
That's weird.
Meaning you got to have your eyes open to unlock your phone. If they're shut, it won't work. It looks at your face to detect if your eyes are open up.
Sounds like from what you're telling us, William, it sounds like there's some really good technology right there.
Yes, I am concerned about security issues with Android or how you can bypass a lock screen to get in, but I don't condone doing it for illegal reasons. I actually don't, because it's illegal to do so. But if you own your own phone, fine.
Yes. I mean, if you have an OEM phone, then it's not worth it.
Be your guest to do it on your own devices. I do not advise no one out there to try this on anybody else's device that they don't own the rights to do so with.
No.
No, and
Rooting is just a dangerous business altogether.
This doesn't require a rooted phone, you know.
What? If it doesn't require root, it does or it doesn't.
It doesn't. It only works on the stock Android. Rooting custom ROMs don't have the facial unlock, I don't think, but the non-rooted phones you can get away with this. Non-rooted, non-modified, you can try that. But I wouldn't recommend it. But Android Go Edition has the face unlock remove.
I just use a simple 4-digit code for my lock, so I don't worry about my face, I guess. So
yeah, I don't use the face fingerprint stuff on my phone either. I mainly use either a really long password or I just use a pattern puzzle thing.
I fingerprint my own phone with my fingerprint reading, yes, but I also wanted to tell you that I would rather use Face Unlock as a secondary measure, but the Face Unlock on my phone cannot be easily tricked. I tried and it didn't seem to work.
Exactly. I mean, I don't know. Well, by the way, guys, on the Mac OS, they've recently started moving away from Bash by default to ZSH.
Really?
seems to be a trend.
Yeah. I have no idea why they're doing that, but you can still switch back to Bash if desired.
Well, it seems like ZSH is taking off everywhere all of a sudden.
Yeah. I just don't care to use it personally. I'm like, if Bash works, oh what?
I mean, I've used Bash and ZSH from time to time, and I don't see really that much of a difference between the two.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I thought I noticed a script incompatibility between the two, but I couldn't pin it down. So
yeah. Okay, so we're getting further than we were earlier with LLVM. It's finally making progress. It's at 720 out of 2034. So we're getting there.
Yeah.
It's almost to 1,000 now, and then we'll be able to move on to the boot back into Gentoo and finish the rest of the packages. Yeah.
But anyway, Ben, I'm gonna get off here and get some sleep. Okay.
All right, Ricky.
All right. Later.
It looks like.
Take care, Ricky.
Take care, Ricky.
You too.
See you, Ricky.
All right. So we're getting there, isn't it? I mean, what did you think of Ricky?
I'm thrilled.
I like chatting with him. He's
a good guy. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes on Biddle's stream, people can. I don't know. People are easier to deal with in a smaller stream.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah, I've been friends with him for a little while, and
my feedback for switch to Linux is that I do like hearing about privacy, just as long as people don't overly complain or make a lot of stink about it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's his stream, William, and he runs it a certain way.
I'd rather hear a stream like his, but in a way that's more relaxed and not shouting.
I
don't think he can not shout.
Yeah, he just, he shouts because he's trying to make it more interesting, I think.
My
I mean,
only
it's
annoyance currently with Windows and right now is the fact that people are getting this whole Edge thing forced down their throat.
well, I mean, it's part of the operating system. You can't really delete it, even if you make a custom Windows. I mean, it's not within the source code.
This will anger people. It won't anger everybody. It will anger select individuals.
Hey, Mitchell's back. Couldn't sleep good, Mitchell. Unless he did.
I mean, whether you have Edge updated or not, it doesn't prevent you from running whatever browser you want, though.
Yeah, you could easily put in Firefox or Chrome or whatever you want to do.
Aldi or so.
Well, I want to break it to you. Microsoft caught me using Chrome trying to download a Windows tool, so I couldn't do it through Google Chrome, so I used Edge for that.
Well, yeah, that
actually
does happen. Yeah.
All right. Well, Chris Titus Tech wrote a script that removes a lot of the telemetry and the the crap from Windows.
Me, I would rather leave Windows as is because if I remove some features of Windows, I end up destroying it.
That is a possibility, yes.
So that's why I'd rather leave it unmodified to ensure I don't get a sad face of death screen.
Yeah.
I mean, I work for a city government, and I have to use Microsoft's Edge or whatever for certain websites that are locked into, old ActiveX code that it just won't work on another browser. But those are few and far between now. So, did Ben freeze again?
No, I'm
okay.
texting me.
You looked so motionless for a moment there.
Yeah. Yeah, someone's asking me to go on TeamViewer with them. I'm in the middle of a live stream.
That's a bad idea to ask Ben for that right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Since I'm using the Windows 10 Windows 10 Professional, I can set Windows Update to put me on the Windows 10 or the Windows Insider to put me on the release preview channel.
Yeah. I just literally texted him. I can't remote right now. It's not going to happen. Jeez. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be too hard on him. I'm just saying I can't help him right now, other than just give him advice.
For help?
Yeah, he's trying to unmount his Mac backup drive because he formatted to APFS for the new OS and it didn't work. So I'm like, you should have waited for me. You shouldn't try things on your own that you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know how to. I don't really know. I never really touched a Mac at all to know how to do that, so I can't help either.
Well, I know what he's going through, but I'm in the midst of an LFS stream, and I'm not going to abort it just to help him.
My lifesaver raft is only for Linux and Windows users only.
Yes.
Windows subsystem for Linux update. Nice.
Exactly. Okay, we're now at 900 something out of 2034. So that -J8 flag did help a lot. Okay. Yeah, he's trying to boot the installer of Mac OS as APFS, which is Apple's file system. And I'm like, you don't do that.
Excuse me.
No problem. Yeah, I mean, it's not hard to erase a drive. It's like simple as heck. I'm like, Fred, you needed me to remote in to erase your hard drive? I'm like, okay.
I would be
I just,
a bit worried about that.
yeah. Yeah, I told him just reboot and try again. It's not rocket science. I don't know. I mean, some people are just like, ugh, they ask so much. But I can understand where he's coming from. Anyway, it's 1150 something out of 2034 source files. So yeah, we're almost there, I think. I'm not gonna jinx it.
I think I'm going to call it quits, guys.
All right, we'll see you later, Asnex.
Okay, I will see you later. Bye-bye,
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, and I think we're gonna call it for the night, William. We'll do a part 6 follow-up tomorrow where we hopefully have Xorg and the rest of it installed. And I hope everybody learned something from this and enjoyed it as much as Mitchell did. And we'll see you for the next one tomorrow. Good night, guys.
See you tomorrow then.